Most of you know this, but let's assume there are people in here that don't, because the problem with actors is sometimes the things that we're supposed to know, we get too embarrassed to ask. So this stuff is very fundamental, but you'd be surprised how many people show up and don't know it. So I think it's worth starting the class with this. What do I want/need? And need is important because need drives you harder than want. I want an apple because it's sweet. I need sustenance because I'm starving to death. Two big things. So when I say want, this is your objective. But I like to replace want with need, okay? Because it's all about stakes. It's all about how hard and how high and how much I'm willing to do and to give up to get what I need. So let's say need, but if someone says, what do you want? It's acceptable, and we're dealing with semantics here, but I want to start using these semantics to be very clear because it does affect your drive. Because again, in general, you're probably not willing to shoot anyone for an apple that you want because it's sweet, unless you're a sociopath or a psychopath, in general. But if you go for days and weeks without eating, and you think you're going to die, if it comes down between you and someone else, you might go to a place that you're not used to going to. Does that make sense? That's from need, okay? So the first thing is my objective. What do I need, okay? The second thing is it's my action. How do I go about getting what I need? Okay? So the action is, what do you do to get what you need? And here's a clue, guys. Actions are always verbs. Always verbs. They're doing, to do. I'm intimidating, I'm seducing, I'm humoring, I'm impressing. These are all verbs. So my action is, what am I using to get what I need? I'm starving. I'm going to die if I don't eat. What actions am I willing to do? So back to the gun. I'm willing to threaten you. I'm willing to beg you. I'm willing to do all of these verbs to get what I want, okay? So we have objective and we have actions. So objective is, what do I need? Action is, what do I do to get what I need? The third one is obstacles. What prevents me, hinders me from getting what I need? That's your obstacle. Would someone name the two types of obstacles there are?
Internal and external.
Internal and external. Would someone expound upon what the difference between an internal and an external obstacle is?
Internal is when you're like inside, whatever stops you, yourself, you.
But give some examples. We're talking to a wide range of people that don't always know this speak. So that's the beauty of this class, is that this class isn't just about all of you in here. This class is farther reaching. So there might be someone in Iowa or Connecticut or wherever that doesn't have access to this class. So when I ask you guys to do this thing back and forth with me, explain it from a point of view where someone who hasn't taken the type of acting classes that you guys have taken would understand that.
Okay, so internal would be man versus self. What am I doing to stop myself? What are my own issues that are getting in the way of me getting what I want?
Absolutely.
Versus...
Give me an example of that. What would be some of the internal stuff? And anyone else can jump in.
Let's see, I would say I really want to be a singer, but because my mother has always told me for years that I wasn't the best singer and that everyone tries to sing and it never goes anywhere, inside I don't have the confidence that I need.
So your lack of confidence,
so my lack of
an
internal obstacle.
Your self-esteem
absolutely
becomes an inner conflict.
Absolutely.
What are some other internal conflicts that you might have?
I think what's going on in this class, everybody's afraid to speak out, to look, they don't want to look stupid.
Okay, so self-intimidation. There's one that there's a really hot one that I love.
Judgment?
Handicap.
A moral obstacle or conflict?
Bingo. Moral, morality.